Is the gun glitch completely fixed as opposed to partially fixed? No, I don't think you're going to see the gun glitch fixed in this patch. But you could look for it. So the key spawns in the middle. I just grabbed this, so that's fine. We do need to do a channel prediction though, because we never got to do a prediction for DOA2. We did one at the end of DOA1. We gotta type up something for the wild here. We'll do a prediction related to the Margwas. I gotta think up something here. I mean, if you want to take a high round, if you want to start a high round and risk it, you know, there are some people who seemingly don't experience it. But, you know, if you wanted my advice, I wouldn't bother. It seems quite common. Especially if you're doing a solo game where you can't rejoin and fix it, you know, you're stuck with it on solo. So at the end of this round, I'm gonna type up the prediction while we have the cutscene. How many silverbacks? Uh-oh, someone took a death already. Lang, what's going on? You hit the ground on round 4? He's spinning in circles in disbelief. He can't believe what just happened. How many silverbacks I got on DOA3? You can see it on the leaderboards. I'm not 100%. Probably a little bit over 100 if I had to guess. Plus also some silverbacks that were reset early on in the game. Probably like 30 in the first month or something. First month and a half. Anyways, let's start a prediction here. Will there be more than one Margwa dungeons? We'll give you guys 2 minutes to answer. This is a quick one. Alright, because we got the first dungeon coming up. 2 minutes. No, don't worry about it, Lang. I was just joking. One time I died on round 2 in an open lobby, so you know, you beat my PB. You ever got the full ×9? Indeed, I did. Back in April, I think. Where are my teammates? Everyone is just camping spawn. Come on, fellas, you gotta push up. I need someone actually to sit on the pressure plate here. Right over yonder. Yeah, there you go. My man Yellow keeps using the spring pad to hop off. Oh, shite. What a nightmare. There's a nuke at the bottom. I don't know if any of you picked it up. Maybe Yellow picked it up. I don't know. Give you guys a few seconds maybe to collect some stuff and then I'll leave. Alright, so we'll see who figures out how to leave this room. That's a lot of emote spam, Bruiser. You gotta chill out. What kind of dungeon is this? We have all these random red dots. Alright, we're gonna assume there's no Margo in here. So there's gonna be a pressure plate. It's not worth stepping on. Don't go through the door and lose your stuff with the pressure plate. Just you know. All right, we can push forward now. Rainbow grab fortune? No can do. Maybe if it's a Margwa, well, you know, we'll get fortune as a second fate. Why not? Because we're trying to help people here with the Dark Ops. You know, we want to put them in the best possible position to succeed for the boss fight and to not die. You know, so I'm trying to help these guys. I'm not trying to experiment too much with what I'm doing. We can't be selfish here. I mean, to be fair, Fortune wouldn't be too much of a throw because the chickens would last longer when you get them as a donation reward. But generally speaking, you know, Fortune. I'm not trying to run slow the entire game with Fortune. With a pea shooter. Plus, everyone just grabs my drops anyways. Surely longer choppers is useless when people just grab choppers at their own leisure. Alright. We got a lot of keys, so I'm going to open up a chest here. One more chest above us. Let's spend one more. Chalice firepower? Fellas. We haven't even gotten a Margray yet. And you're telling me to grab all these different fates? It cannot be done. Favorite dead ops? Usually the answer is DOA1 for me. It's the first one I played. Played it for a few years while it was the only one that existed, so naturally grew quite fond of it. I think it still holds up very well. Favorite pizza? I don't really have a... I'm not too picky with my pizza. Just, you know, put some pepperoni on it and call it a day. Alrighty. We got a 0 Margwa so far, so you either gotta hope for people who voted more than 1 Margwa. You gotta hope for 1 in each of the next 2, or 2 of them appearing in 1. Alrighty. Doesn't look like we got anything in this one. So when we get out of this dungeon, I'm gonna explore the full top side with the lava. So you guys don't go up the stairs. Just check the left side for a key and shoot the elephant. So don't follow me. If you see a key on that side, you could grab it and then just open one of the doors north of us. Cheap shite is that? No keys here? Alright, making my way up the volcano. Just bet all your points, Donovan. Oof, that was close. Okay. Beautiful boost from Bambo. The only boost to his name and he gets the job done. You like to see that. From the old skipper. Melvino, how you doing? Uh-oh. I had an extra key. I had 5 keys. I could have spent one on the chest. I don't know why I didn't. For some reason, like, I thought I needed 3 keys to like to open the open up for some reason. I lost count of how to play this game. Look at that. Not only did we not get more than 1 Margot, we got 0. They're launching fireballs at us to insult to injury. So everyone here, follow me. I'm gonna need your backup with the werewolf at the top of the volcano. The sentry gun is lining them up. Alright, I'm going to pause the game at the top so your screen is going to freeze. Just keep that in mind. Right. Alright. Blue, based on deaths, blue, you get to pick what fate you want first, then red, and then yellow. Alright. So blue, what fate would you like? Here are the options you have. You have Furious Feet, Divine Shield, and Friendship. Pick one of those 3 fates. Blue, you get to choose first. Let me know what you want. You'll pick fire. I'm picking fire. You can't just pick fire, Chungus. You can't just breeze your way into the open lobby. This is the first time here since December and just pick firepower. That's not how it works. Then feet. Alright, feet is fine. So these are the options. Furious Feet, Divine Shield, and Friendship. Feet, you run faster. Friendship, you have a chicken that shoots your primary weapon, imitates your primary weapon. Shield, there's a lot of things with shield. Mostly it's you start each round with a saw blade or barrels. And I guess the biggest thing with shield is that every time you die, you come back with a divine shield potion on you, which is basically something that allows you to get hit once without dying. So like when you start the mama fight, you're gonna have like basically a potion that protects you from 1 damage event. So you could pretty much just gonna take two hits to kill you on the mama fight with divine shield. Well, Chungus says he wants feet, so then Muda, you pick between shield and friendship. No, I like to let them pick their fates here. But they're going to be using it for the next 3 hours. Maybe they don't know what each one does, but they have maybe a general idea. So Muda, you want friendship or shield? Damn it. Shield, no problem. Okay, so friendship will go to yellow. Or Lang. So keep this in mind. When we drop into the fate room, I'm going to pick my stone first, so don't move at all. Once I pick my stone, I'm going to then shoot at bluestone, we're going to go in the order of colors. So green, blue, red, yellow. That's the order we're picking. I'm going to shoot at blue stone. Blue, make sure you pick up the stone that I'm shooting at. Whenever that happens, there's going to be blue text that appears on screen indicating that blue picked up his fate, in which case I'm going to start shooting at red stone. So when red, see what stone I'm shooting then you pick it up. There's going to be red text on screen indicating that red picked up his fate. And then finally, yellow. It's going to be your turn. I'm going to shoot at the stone that you should pick up. Does everyone understand that premise? Is that complicated? Because usually I tell people that and they're like, yeah, I got it. But then they mess it up when we get in the fate room. The thing is, if someone starts messing it up and they get confused, we could always pause the game and I'll tell you which stone to pick. But I think it's pretty simple. We take turns picking, basically. I shoot the stone that each of you should pick, but we take turns shooting. I take turns shooting the stone. Basically, I shoot blue stone, but then he needs to pick it up before I start shooting red stone. Make sense? All right, so just to reiterate, blue is taking feet, red shield, and yellow friendship. All right, should be easy to remember. Everyone here? This is timed. This is 40 seconds in here, so if you're taking too long to pick your stone, I'm going to have to pause the game and tell you, what are you doing?
Touch a stone. Dare you face your destiny? This destruction shall you bestow.
Red, you're up next. Alright, everyone is following very well. Nicely done. Everyone on the same page. We like to see that. Yeah, I like taking firepower. I mean, I could pretty much take any of these fates and it could be fine, I guess. Even for the boss. The reason I like firepower is if I somehow don't get a shotgun on the boss fight or if I lose it for some reason, the firepower is a good way for me to deal a lot of damage on the boss fight and make it a short fight. And if it's a short fight, then you guys have a better chance of getting the Dark Ops. And it's always a pleasure to get a shotgun right before the boss fight. So on this bonus room, there's always going to be, what is this, oh, poppies. Where am I? So again, reminder, don't use any armory. If you get trapped, just try finding your way out of the, out of being trapped. Don't use any booster nukes. It's not going to help you on these rounds. You're just going to fall to 0 lives eventually anyways. Save that equipment for the boss round specifically. It'll be helpful for everyone trying to get the trophy and Dark Ops. Someone earlier was asking, I forget who it was, I think someone asked, like, do you always get it? I assume they were talking about the trophy or something. So if someone who asked that earlier is still here, let me know if that was your question or who said it. I don't even know if that was the question, to be honest. Wish I could start on 66. Well, that only takes about 20 minutes to get to 66 with advanced start. It's not the hugest deal. So it's kind of hard to see since you're the red player. It sort of blends in. But red, I don't know if you notice, you have like sort of a orange aura around you, which is basically your Divine Shield potion. I forgot like the word for it. I was like, lotion? Is it lotion or potion? Your potion. So basically you'll be able to get hit once with that and not die. Whenever you get hit, it'll disappear. And then whenever you eventually die, you'll respawn back with it. So basically every life you have pretty much a chance to get hit twice before dying. Also, arcade machines are OP. That's what me and MacMinty call November knowledge. Well, actually, that's just what I call it. MacMinty stole my line, I think.
Challenge round. Prepare yourself.
3 a.m. Yeah. What happened to Drenzy? He hasn't even poked his. He hasn't reared his ugly head in the chat so far. I would have tried to get him maybe Beast as a special guest on the chat, but he's been having issues with his Xbox app where he just can't join a chat. So, you know, we can't bother him with that, but... It appears that Blue has a potion now. It's a shame. I would have liked the potion for myself, but you know, sometimes beggars can't be choosers. Just let me know when you want me to start carrying. I'll do a great job letting you down. The heck? Come on, Lang. Does anyone remember the good old days where your chicken with the friendship? Hold up, what did I just say right there? Chicken with the friendship would go bye-bye? Or just leave you? Uh-oh, everyone's dropping. Also, a little tip for those listening. You guys don't always got to listen to the stream in the game, by the way. Like, there's not too many important things I'm gonna say here. You could, like, you know, mute me for a while if you're getting tired of listening to me. But what I will say is, if someone dies and you see a bunch of gems spill out of their body, make sure that you know, you leave those gems. It is bad. It is poor DOA etiquette to take a man's gems while he's downed. Those are his gems. You know, it hurts his pride if you swoop him. Try to be considerate of a man's belongings. Wasn't it because of jump pads? That might have been part of it. I don't know if it was totally it. I mean, that was in the game for a while. Friendship was kind of like, you know, I stayed away from that fate for many months. You play on the waterbed? You can't play on the waterbed. That's a bad idea. Gordon, thanks for following. Taking a toothbrush. Anytime someone mentions toothbrush, I always got to tell the story. So probably a few of you already heard it, but in school, you know, there was this one bathroom in a certain building that just smelled like absolute dog shite. You know, there's always that one pretty much all the bathrooms usually, but there's always that one bathroom in particular that you kind of just, you want to avoid, you know, just for whatever reason. It has some bad things going on where just, you know, it always smells like shite and nothing could help it. In any case, I mean, this was like a terrible smelling bathroom. You know, but it was like the only one that I could find in that particular building, so you kind of, you know, you were forced to use it unless you were going to take an adventure to some other building, which, you know, you can't be bothered to do that. Maybe that would have been the strat looking back. But in any case, I mean, this place smelled bad. Like I would have to hold my breath while walking in there. This one bastard was brushing his teeth in that bathroom. I couldn't believe my eyes. My monocle fell off. First of all, who the heck brushes their teeth in a public bathroom? Let alone the stinkiest bathroom in the whole state. Can you show me how I run? I'm gonna die reading chat here. How should I run going up the stairs if zombies start spawning up? I don't know, dude. Just, I was streaming Advanced Art the other day. Were you watching that? Just go watch the VOD. Surely I was going to the stairs from time to time. I don't know if 1.0 is a demonstration of what you should be doing on this arena. Damn, I almost died. I need to stop reading chat. I'm gonna die from a gladiator. Chat is has to be reserved for when I'm, you know, in a VIP tank or something. have to with people like that. Yeah, Florida man brush his teeth in that. Brushing your teeth in that, like, what was he doing? Like, I mean, I don't know, like, who knows, like, maybe there was, like, some circumstance where it was just, like, you know, he just had to brush the teeth at that particular moment. It had to be done, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Like, why did he have a toothbrush on him, though? Like, very confusing. He was always, I mean, he didn't, I mean, I don't remember the kid completely, but I would see him around. I mean, you know, he didn't strike me as the type of person who had, like, bad hygiene or something. He seemed, you know, pretty normal, you know, so I don't know. There's just, he didn't look like he was, like, trying to, like, rush it either, like, you know, brush the teeth real quick and get out of there. Like, he seemed, like, pretty jolly, you know, like, he was kind of, like, moving around while brushing his teeth, you know. It was just, it was like another day in the office for this bastard, you know. But man, I'm not even joking. Like, I would borderline gag while walking into that bathroom. Let alone, you know, sticking a toothbrush down your mouth. Like, that's, you're, like, asking to just, like, you know, have some sort of, some accident, some travesty happen. But, like, why would he? I mean, there's reasons why it could have happened. I'm not saying, like, I mean, not that it was justifiable. It was pretty gross, but maybe there are some sort of bizarre reason why he did it. But if he was gonna brush his teeth, like, why? Like, I don't know. Like, why that bathroom? This was like a random school building. This wasn't like, you know, I don't know. There's just, he could have found somewhere else, perhaps. I don't know. Just brush your teeth. Like, I don't know. Like, might as well just brush it outside. Like, not in any particular room. It has to be a better strat. There's many other strats that could have been employed, but, you know, he chose one that wasn't very efficient. Someone asked if my stream is something after this. I think someone asked that a couple of minutes ago. Probably not, because it's gonna be pretty late by the time this lobby's over, and I'm gonna have, I will have been streaming for a while at that point. So, we're probably just gonna wrap it up when the stream is over. But we will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have some. I think I want to do some more multiplayer tomorrow. We were having some fun with that yesterday. And, you know, we'll try doing a little DOA as well. Red, you're pretty low on armory, so whenever you see armory, definitely feel free to pick it up. Sometimes it'll be easier for you to pick it up on these rounds compared to later on, when you might be dying a lot more often later on in the game as the game gets more difficult. So, you know, if you see a nuke or a boost, nukes are gold and boosts are silver as far as the color that surrounds them. Just, you know, feel free to pick them up. Oh, we never distributed the channel prediction points. So, no, not your full Chungus. Like it was on the map for a while. Like I don't blame you for picking it up. I'm just saying, like any of you really, if you notice you're low on something, like, you know, don't be hesitant to pick it up. You know, as far as armory is concerned. For example, if we hit like an abandoned temple room, which has 4 boosts, like, you know, it might be helpful to let, in this situation, let Red pick it up since he needs boost the most. Just to make it more even and spread out just in case. But the goal is that everyone is maxed out. We have enough armory to go around is the goal. But sometimes it doesn't always work out that way. See, like right there's a boost in the top right. So you sort of leave it there until it blinks, and then one of you can pick it up if he doesn't spot it. Yeah. As a reminder, blue, you could get 10 boosts with your fate, and red, you could get 10 nukes with your fate. So just keep that in mind. You could get 10 chickens. Possible.
Challenge round. Prepare yourself.
So there's some armory at the bottom of that hole, but we're not going to drop in there until later on in the round. It's not worth like using a piece to get down there. That would be counterproductive, counterintuitive. So we'll be patient. Originally, with this challenge round, for many months, it would just be these shadow boogies on this round, but there's a patch a couple months back where normal zombies and other enemies could also appear. Kind of an interesting change. Alright, nicely done. The speed boosts seem to have some sort of repellent where they don't want the red player anywhere near them. Oh, we forgot the armory in the bottom. Shucks. I always forget about it. Well, not a big deal. There's only like 1 nuke and maybe something else. Okie dokie, moving along here. So, if anyone's listening in the chat, I'm curious. Highest round on DOA3 for you. What's your PB, whether it's solo or co-op? By the way, Red, a little tip with the saw blade that you get typically. Usually if you stand still with it, it is actually pretty difficult for the zombies to hit you. So if you're ever feeling uncomfortable or in danger, you could kind of just stand still with it and you're fine for the most part. Some enemies will still kill you, but regular ones typically are fine.
See that hind? We're gonna take it.
137 solo feet shield, says casual, very nice. I'll catch up with the rest of that here in a moment. I gotta be careful in this arena. Sometimes, you know, you look away for a second and next thing you know, there's like an axe just being lunged in your general direction. Gotta, you know, make sure my glasses are firmly placed on the bridge of my nose. Uh, 78 says, awesome. Awesome, is that your name? Expected says 65. 71 for Joey. Could have gone longer, but I quit. Very nice, fellas. So these afterlife ghosts also changed at some point a couple months back, a few months back actually. Well, kind of, where they became less blinding. They used to. I don't know if any of you remember. I used to, if you were watching early on with the stream, or maybe an early video of mine, but I would always complain. These guys, you know, like I was about to lose my vision playing this challenge round, and you know, they became less blinding. But the counterbalance is that they move faster. I mean, they're still not much of a threat, to be honest, but they move faster than they used to back in the day. Gracias para jugando. I know I got a lot of questions here, but I have one more question that I'm curious about people in the chat. Is when did you start playing DOA as a series, let's say? Like, I imagine a lot of you started playing with DOA3 at some point when it came out, either on launch or a few months after. Although maybe some of you are a bit more OG. None your business. Alright, so, well, if any of you could grab it, you guys got a bunch of boosts now. How the how the tables have flipped. He's now maxed on speed boost. You guys go to the bottom, collect the stuff at the bottom. I'll get this chest over here. While we're here, let's do the channel prediction. Will there be more than one Margwa in dungeons? The answer was no. Alright, we're good to go. Cold War Zombies better? Or this is more fun, you're saying? Isn't as fun as DOA? Okay. I got the game in like January, probably played DOA first time in February. That's Prestige Master and BO3 Zombies, and I didn't even know DOA was in that game. I did play like a total of 5 minutes of DOA 1 on PS3 back in the day. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, DOA 3, I guess, you know, it was, especially on launch, it was very hidden, but even afterwards, like, probably people were not paying much attention to the bonus menu. Or if they did, they saw like a bunch of modes that they didn't really recognize. I am curious though about the numbers of, because you could sort of like tell the numbers on DOA 1 and 2 because there's achievements for simply loading up the game for DOA 1 and 2. So you could kind of tell like what percentage of users who bought the game ended up playing DOA. I think it was something like around 40% for DOA 1 and around 25% for DOA 2. We don't have that information for DOA 3, but I would be curious as to what that number is. I imagine it's close to, if not over, 50%. Considering how it's pretty visible in the zombies menu and how there's trophies and challenges associated with it. And plus, you know, stuff like the first person mode. Which might, you know, people might gravitate towards once it was added. I'm glad the poll was no. We'll do another channel prediction way later in the match. For the round 60 wild, we'll do a prediction. You've been obsessed with 3 ever since Zombies is kind of bland as of now. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, there hasn't been a Zombies map in a while, right? When's that coming out? Like sometime in season 4, I guess. Maybe the mid-season update for 4. Water with the tier 1 sub for 7 months. It doesn't feel that long. Yeah, it's been a while. but it doesn't feel that long indeed. 7 months, can you believe it? That's nutty. Your boy, what's his name? Rich Killer? Is that his name? Am I making it up? I don't know. The Cypher guy, he made some sort of post on the COD Zombies Reddit a few days ago. I don't know if you saw that, if you even keep up with that anymore, Water. I forget what it was already, because it was just like a bunch of shite that I couldn't be bothered to read, but it was like some super long post about some sort of cipher on, I think, DO3 zombies. Okay, understandable. If the platinum didn't require to kill Mama, I would have never gotten into DOA. Yeah, it is a good point. Some people were frustrated about it, that they had to beat the game. It was pretty tough, you know, compared to other stuff you gotta do for platinums, I imagine. But the positive is that it did bring a lot of people into the game. You know, for every person who was... Jeez Louise. Not what you want to see. How much health does this bastard have? Like, I'm lighting this bastard up. So the following rounds we're going to be camping, so just keep that in mind. Everyone in the game, just follow me. Well, I mean, listen. We could sit here and say DOA is easy. We played it a bunch. I'm sure you played it a bunch, Joey. If we're comparing platinums, I'm sure this game is harder because of DOA, especially when the game came out. Very few people had the DOA trophy. I mean, that was just a fact. So if this wasn't hard, then, you know, what is hard exactly? Since no one else, like, you know, since you know, people seem to platinum other games without much issue. Like a week after the game released, I think the number was something like 0.01% of Xbox people with Cold War had the DOA trophy. That's literally the lowest it'll go on the Xbox. So it could have even been like less than that hypothetically, and was just rounded up. 0.01% of people who played the game on Xbox had the trophy. And that number, of course, went up eventually as the game got easier with updates and knowledge increased and more people were capable of carrying lesser players, and first person and solo advanced start was added. Oh, by the way, you could camp next to me, everyone. Red and yellow, you could just camp next to me this entire arena. Probably better than you running down there, Red. You can leave the door. Yeah, just leave. We're about to get obliterated. Go through. Just go through the doors, because if I have to do something, I could just pause the game in the middle of the round. Don't want to go down that rabbit hole, Water? I feel ya. Here's 2 nukes here in this corner. Right. Again, everyone follow me. Sometimes you gotta look the other way, Water. You gotta pretend like you didn't see what you just saw. What a nightmare. I'm not saying there's not tough games to platinum, but I'm saying, like, as far as recent releases, like, I think a lot of people would say Cold War is up there. We don't gotta sit here and act like it's not tough for the average player just because we're good at DOA or something. So when you have the chicken associated with the crossbow, a lot of bullets could end up... Oh, I have like no backup here. Fellas, I'm holding an entire side by myself. What the heck is going on? So when you shoot the crossbow with a chicken, you get these bullets stuck, and you know, they kind of got stuck in a bad spot. Like they would be stuck here for the rest of the game. So if we're playing on, like, you know, 4.0 of this arena, like, or 3.0, like, we would be stuck here with these things here, and they're kind of obstructing our view a bit. You know, you don't know what's happening with your bullets. Maybe a zombie sneaking up on you, hiding in the thing. A crawler's there. Not what you want to see. Yeah, they're stuck there for the rest of the game. Yeah, it's related to the crossbow weapon with the chicken. Yellow has chicken. Now they don't always get stuck. I don't know exactly what the rhyme or reason to it is, but they'll typically get stuck there. No problem. I mean, this arena is going to be gone in a round. It's not your fault. It's literally like a non-issue. I'm just saying, hypothetically, if we were playing like a high round game, it'd be a bit of a nightmare. Hey, maybe this bonus room issue isn't fixed after all. There's some fishy load times here. Alright, I think we're good. You're too old to worry about kids these days? Yeah, I know. That's why I blocked the Drenzy as well. You're not the only person in that boat, Water. As you can see, these things are sillier. Eternal friendship as your second fate? What, did you restart a bunch earlier? Well, I hope you're satisfied with friendship. Uh-oh, Red slipped and fell in the damn water. Another thing that drastically increased the doability of the trophy was first-person playlist. That nearly doubled the completion rate for people. It was just drastically easier to play the game in first person. That wasn't there until February. Oh yeah, the meatballs, they've been going I mean, they've always been going AWOL, but lately I've been having it a couple times as well.
Challenge round. Prepare yourself.
Yeah, platinum is old trophies for a game on PlayStation. Something already. Slideways. There's a nuke at the bottom. Make sure one of you grab it. Oops. What I should have done was just boosted for it. I have a bunch of boosts, or just one boost that will... Excuse me. I have one boost, which will just get replenished anyways. I'm gonna start grabbing some of these boosts. I'm starving. I don't usually break that box. What, the one with the before the key or something? I just always shoot it. I don't really care. I mean, there's plenty of time to get the key, even if I messed up like once or twice, as long as one of my teammates didn't like exit. Because I'm not concerned with like grabbing everything in the slideways in an open lobby. Just get the key and get out of. Oh, did I even get the key? Oh, Red got it. Okay. I was about to say, like, why don't I have a key to my name? I guess Red picked it up. But yeah, I mean, like the lives and stuff, or the gold in the bottom, like, unless I'm doing a high round game, like I'm not gonna be picking up that stuff. Alright, we have Chungus with another potion that he picked up. Tragic. Chungus is just stealing my damn potions. You don't need the keys? Well, I mean, it's incentive to just, you know, get another, if you get a chest, you know, I could pop a 7 times right now. It's just like extra incentive to, you know, keep you motivated in these games. You gotta realize this is my 76th lobby, so every little morsel of, you know, motivation is helpful for keeping your marbles intact. No, it's fine. I just didn't know who had the key. It's fine if you have the key though. Not a big deal. Not your fault. Not a bad thing. Do high round mamas count in the leaderboards? I never paid too close attention, but they should. I'm usually not there, you know, like making sure that my silverbacks count on the leaderboards. I'm not there with, you know, pen and paper, making sure that they tracked properly. You know, just it's not a category I ever particularly paid attention to. But I reckon that they should. They did on DOA2. Everyone's doing very well so far. Keep it up. This is pretty much going to be it's sort of going to be a downward. Typically, open lobbies, it's sort of a downward spiral from here on out with the next few arenas. So don't be discouraged if you drop on. Don't be discouraged if you drop on lives. Just remember, don't use your armory. Keep a smile on your face and you know, say your prayers, and you should be good to go. Well, I'm just telling you what I've experienced in these lobbies. I'm not saying it's the most difficult arena, but it's when the downward spiral begins. That's just a fact based on observation of all the lobbies that I do. You know, just the way it is. I can't help human nature. Has anyone ever rage quit in an open lobby? I don't think so. Maybe people have like lagged out. I guess maybe they could have rage quit or something. One guy said he had to turn off his console because like, I don't know, his parents I guess like made him something. He was a younger viewer, so I guess like that's the closest thing to a rage quit. Like he had to turn off his console. Yellow, just take a death here so I could donate. And never mind, you earn a life. Oh yeah, we were doing a multiplayer lobby and two people, Bosef and Okan, I gotta call them out. They just rage quit in the middle of the lobby. They're like, oh, I can't be bothered. It's lagging. Like, fellas, you know. I guess if you don't want to play, you don't want to play. I'm not gonna force you, but there could be a more gracious exit. Lobby 49? Oh yeah. I mean I ended the game on 49, but those are other circumstances in play there. We had someone on the team go completely rogue. You know, we couldn't give him the trophy. Alright, gotta pause the game here. I'll be back in a few minutes here. I'm gonna have some food, so you know, if you guys need to take a break, now is the time to do it, I guess. But I'll be back. Nobody's game froze, fellas. I'm pausing the game. Alright. Let me know if everyone's ready. We get a marble status. Alright, I'm ready. Marbles are intact. Chungus is ready. Buddha's ready. Lang, I assume you're ready. We're going through. As far as you being a sacrificial lamb, it might evolve into that for the boss round, but you should still try to get it, I would say. Even if you don't care about it, you still have a good shot at getting it, as long as you... We'll go into strategy further once we get there. Like, right before the boss, but, you know, if you follow the instructions and have, you know, don't get too unlucky, you have a decent shot again, it might as well go for it. But then if you end up dying at some point during the boss fight, you could sort of transition into being a sacrificial lamb. Adrenzi. It took you until we got to the third installment, halfway through the third installment, to show up to the trilogy stream, Adrenzi. Where were you? Where's the support? Hanging with some friends? Oh, okay. I got it. Stream is not you got no friends here in the stream. I get it. Understandable. A lot of schools they end. It depends on the region. Some of them end in May, some of them end in June. at least in my experience of how that goes. Who's a Drenzy? He's a phony, he's a fraud. A menace to society. Is it just me or is the floor slippery? It is. It's an ice rink. You'll be slipping and sliding. I haven't seen Jace today. Where's Jace? All right, see you later, Dredzy. Thanks for stopping by and sending well wishes to everyone. Next round is spaghetti and meatballs. So pretty much next arena, you guys are all gonna get drained in the lives department. It's already started on this arena as Bambo predicted. Who would have thought? But no worries, everything's fine. If you guys are at 0, it doesn't negatively impact the game. Just you know, try your best here. For this round, always be on the move and try not to stay too close to anyone else for this specific round.
Challenge round. Prepare yourself.
Might as well collect those nukes. Why not? I'm flirting with death here.
Who can resist?
Perhaps being patient would have behooved me. I would have been able to ride the tank up the waterfall without spending a boost. But sometimes, you know, the greed gets the better of you. So for the following round, everyone should camp in the bottom left. All the way in the bottom left, sort of tuck yourself in there. That would be the best spot for you guys. Just sort of hold your ground as much as possible, and if you get overrun, probably just stay there. That's the best spot for you guys. How long is this round? Jeez Louise. Alright, so bottom left. No one better be slipping and not going there. What's this? Westons? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure if these bonus rooms are fixed. They're a bit suspicious. You managed not to die that round. Nicely done, Lang. Oh, my man Red is undercover key chest today, swooping. I think we're good. You guys sort of camp right here. It's not going to work perfectly. If you want to move around a bit, you can, but just generally, wherever you go here, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. So might as well, in my opinion, just have you out of my way in the bottom left. But I guess it doesn't matter. When you're down, sometimes it's better just to stand still. I know sometimes it's difficult. You sort of have nothing to do, so you're fidgeting a bit, but better to just stand still sometimes. It just sometimes it sort of bugs me out when I see someone like spinning around, and then it's a bit of a visual distraction. If it could be helped. Thank you, Private. I caught you slipping in the bottom, spinning around. That's a $10 penalty. Yeah, the stage is a bit of a nightmare. Next stage is not too much better though. Yeah, big L. L is for Lang. Yeah, the next two arenas are pretty tough, but I think they might be like better than this. I think this round, this arena, sort of people just it's too much for them with how the visibility issues. They get overwhelmed and they just kind of throw in the towel. So there'll be some content released in the coming days. May updates recap video. Sort of we've been doing that since December, so we'll carry on with the tradition a bit longer. I don't know if we'll do one for every month here on out, but you know we'll see what happens. I'm gonna pause the game briefly for like 1 minute at the end of the round. It shouldn't be long. All right, give me a minute. Yep, thanks, James. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter a few days ago. I appreciate the heads up, though. I think we're good. I don't know what the music was. Vampire level, and what was the song? Like, they play random songs, so I have no clue what was playing there.
Challenge round. Prepare yourself.
There's a nuke at the top for someone. Make sure either yellow or red grab it. When did that happen, Joey? Recently? I remember reading a story like a while back or something, but not recently.
Enter the third dimension.
Okay, I guess you can't describe it any other way. Well, what I need you to do is pull up my DOA3 soundtrack video and go skim through it and tell me what song it was. And like, I gotta find out at this point. Whoa! What the shite? That's not what you want to see. I mean, I was mostly joking. It's maybe a lot of work. There's timestamps in the description, though. If you do it, you could maybe find it kind of easily. The werewolf, his health bar was gone, and he still came after me. I thought that was fixed. He didn't kill me, at least. He like spared me death. But I assumed he was done. He was done for. Dunzo. Gone. But you know, he there he was on his 2 feet. Yeah, dying wish. Dude, that actually like startled me. So I thought that was fixed with the update, and I don't know, maybe it was just a one-off weird thing, but nightmare. I was startled. You know, the monocle fell off. The flower was almost lost. I'll catch up with the chat here in a moment. Are you planning on streaming more after being this mama, or gonna be done? Oh yeah, I replied like a few minutes after, so you might have missed it. But I was saying pretty much it was like a long day of streaming, so we're gonna be you know, we might hang around for a few minutes after we're done here, but we're pretty much done ski after this. We don't really have anything in store, but we'll be back tomorrow with some more stuff. We might do some multiplayer games with viewers. Stuff like that, you know. Nothing too crazy. What's Lane going on about? I gotta read his message here. We need you to find the song, Lane. That's part of your job for getting carrot. You know, it's what you gotta offer. It's what you gotta bring to the table here. You gotta find this song. Oh, okay, you're saying the least you could do is find the song? Okay. Well, I was mostly joking. I mean, even if you told me the song, I can't really do anything, you know. This is just like a random curiosity, I guess. But, yeah, I mean, you know, later on as the game progresses, if you're like reviving for 60 seconds, you know, that's, you could check a couple songs in the video at a time, you know. It could be done over the course of a few rounds. It could be a multi-round process, you know. There's no particular rush to it. It's a nice slow process, you know. We have a golden egg there, I don't know. I guess we'll keep it. We'll wait for it. Oh, Adler walking, yeah. Adler walking is the best part of the stream. Okay, I understand, Lang. We're on the same wavelength here. You finally managed to beat the, finally managed to finish the outbreak Easter egg. Nicely done, bub. Uh-oh. Might want to drop that crossbow, bub. Or not bub. What's your name? Chungus. But it's already gone. Not a big deal. Outbreak Easter egg is dog water. I've heard some people say they like the challenge of it. People might have to carry me with the outbreak at some point.
Challenge round. Prepare yourself.
So for this challenge round, it's kind of a free-for-all, but the rest of the arena, you guys should probably camp on the top level by the staircase. Well, usually whenever I do zombies and people are helping me through the Easter egg, like I know none of the steps. So it's kind of pretty boring. It's just like low round gameplay where I'm like doing nothing and everyone else is like doing stuff off camera. So it's not as exciting as you might think, and based on past experiences of doing the main quests on the 2 maps that exist on this game. But I'm always down to do it at some point. Okay. Coming home bit by bit. Do 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 do. Okay. Well, I guess that's why I didn't know I never played the game that you mentioned or whatever, but I guess it makes sense. Like that's probably like an 8-bit type of you know, retro game. That's why it sounds like it, I guess. That was one of my favorite songs actually on DOA2. I liked it quite a bit. And it's in this game as well, but like it was first in DOA2 for the DOA series. I think it's originally from a few places, like Moon. It was an Easter egg on Moon on DO1. But thank you for the investigative work. Speaking of music in DOA, I was alluding to it just just a couple hours ago, but Brian Toohey, who does some of the songs for DOA and also for Zombies, he just randomly left a reply on one of my videos just earlier today. He has definitely some bangers on the DOA soundtrack. Twilight is one of my favorites. He was just replying to someone who was talking about one of the tracks that he wrote, and he was just giving some like backstory on like, you know, how he, like, what he was using to make the song and what sort of influence it and stuff like that. So he wasn't even like replying to me, but it was cool that he, you know, left a comment on the video. Oh, what is that, like the song or something that you were talking about earlier? Or is that something else? Okay, yeah, I'll check it out after the stream. Oh no.
Got ammo? Look out below!
Cupid, Derek, there you are. Hello. I was waiting for you to rear your head in the stream. Said, where's QP at? So everyone should come over yonder and camp. Bottom right is the place to be. You don't want to mess around too much in the middle of the map. There's a sort of like a gun bug floating around. You don't want to catch it there in the middle. There's a bit of a issue that could arise. So try to camp here by me. Well, hope you're doing well, Derek. Thanks for stopping by. We had the trilogy stream today, so now we're in the home stretch. We did DOA1, we did DOA2, and now we're moving on DOA3. So this arena is kind of a, you know, a snoozer, I guess, relative to the previous ones, but I think it's a welcome break. You get to relax after beating a few challenging arenas in a row. What's the gun bug? Well, I don't know if it's worth getting too into, because it's probably not going to affect most people. Especially if you guys are not going past like 64 for the most part. But it's where your gun sort of freaks out at some point, then it'll shoot either directly into the ground, which of course you're not hitting anything if it's shooting into the ground, or alternatively it'll shoot sort of slightly elevated towards the sky, so you're missing some of your bullets, or missing zombies, especially crawlers. So it's a bug that's sort of happening just with the recent big update, which was a little over a week ago. And what causes it exactly is a bit of a mystery. It seems to be very inconsistent. Not too much of an obvious cause behind it. Although, one thing that is for certain is that it seems the lawnmowers on this arena seem to somehow have a chance of causing it to occur. So that's why I said, you know, it's better if you can help it, especially on a co-op game, just camp here. I mean, we're gonna camp here anyways. We're not gonna run in the middle, but just FYI, I guess, if people are playing, is it could happen here on 53 to 56. you know, it very much can happen. You made it at the 8-hour mark? Yeah. Here, I'm gonna try to get the gun bug real quick. Alright, no luck. Mavaback says, get off my lawn. One shield, 2 firepowers, 2 chicken, 1 feet. I don't know, that sounds like an order at a restaurant, you know. Can I have 2 chickens and some feed picks on the side? Oh yeah, DOA chicken and waffles. There is a, what he's referring to was at the BO4 reveal event. You know, the big event they had revealing BO4 back in May 2018. Where they revealed, like, you know, the zombie maps and stuff like that, blackout, etc. Anyways, they had like a little food truck outside that was COD themed. And yeah, one of the items on the menu was DOA chicken and waffles, or something like that, which was odd because DOA wasn't even in BO4, so like people saw it and they were like, oh, maybe it's like teasing DOA or something. Like, another thing about the gun bug for people interested is I don't think there has been any, and I could be wrong because, you know, I can't keep track of every game played. I don't have a database of each player's game, but to my understanding, there hasn't been any confirmed cases of the gun bug occurring on Xbox. Now it could just be, again, like a small sample, not enough people playing on Xbox or who are reporting it happening on Xbox, etc. But all the clips I've seen personally are people on PC and a few on PlayStation. Now I don't know why it wouldn't happen specifically on Xbox. Again, like, the more likely scenario is just that no one has reported it if they have played on Xbox, but just to my understanding, I don't think it's happened on Xbox so far. Xbox is superior, yeah. And the thing that would sort of lend credibility to that idea is that it happened in a co-op game with iGame or I believe that's his name. And him and his teammate got it at the same exact time. And they were both on PlayStation, to my understanding. And the host player was on Xbox, he didn't get it. So the only people who got it were the PlayStation guys. Now you could say, well, maybe it doesn't affect host, like that would be like the counterpoint. But I was talking to Beast, and Beast said it happened to him and he was host. And it didn't happen to the off-host guy, I believe, who was Bluntman on Xbox, so Xbox might be immune. Oh, what's the gun bug? Oh, okay, we were just talking about it. It's what'll happen is your gun will shoot directly into the ground whenever it happens, and then then on all following rounds your gun will, that'll be fixed, but your gun will then shoot slightly elevated to where you're missing shots on zombies, especially crawlers and meatballs and things like that. So pretty much like the aiming of your weapon gets messed up, which is, you know, not optimal. Like you don't want to see that happen in a high round game. Furthermore, also another thing that glitches out that I forgot to mention, but another thing that gets affected by that bug is your first person. I don't know like how first person is associated with it, but first person will also get bugged out to where you cannot move your camera. So you know how you could look up or down in first person? You can't do that after the bug happens. Your camera is like stationary in first person. And some people, they've had it to where they're like super unlucky and their camera will be frozen like staring at the sky. So if they hop in first person, they're just like staring at the sky and they can't move. You know, they're just, you know, looking at the clouds. Yeah, Nasty has a point, I think. Maybe the new slideways causes it. Derek with the hot info. Well, no, I don't think so. Well, we'll have to say that's incorrect. Some people have said some people had it happen on the round 4 wild. Some people have it on a common area to get it is this arena, 53 to 56, or the following playthrough, which is 117 to 120. Someone had it happen on 148, which is Dirt Nap. Someone said it happened to them on Shadow Boogie. Someone had it happen on Gladiators 3.0, which is like 136 or something. 132 rather, 136. Can't you move left or right on the new slideways? I mean, you could do that on, like, you could move like up and down, I guess, where like there's a depth to the slideways, but the previous slideways had a similar thing for part of it as well, so it's not like entirely new. Not an entirely new concept for the game. Yeah, the gun is then permanently glitched for the rest of the game. So if you're playing solo, your game is pretty much gone. If you're playing co-op, you could actually fix it by leaving the game and rejoining. Not that that's the most optimal thing to do, but that does indeed fix it. It happened in that 3-player game I alluded to with Game Stream. They ended up leaving, they rejoined, and they got to 192. So I guess better that, you know, better to rejoin with no armory and lives and rebuild than to just have your game, you know, sabotaged. So it's a bit of a mystery. There's you know, there's no good lead as to what causes it exactly. But it is a good idea from Derek, I guess. The new slideways coincides with it. But, you know, I don't know if I would blame it on the slideways. Like Fringle Cake was saying it happened to him multiple times in the wild, and I'm somehow doubting that he hit the new slideways multiple times in a row in consecutive games. I find that to be a bit doubtful. But, you know, it's a good thought from QP. Sometimes you need an outside perspective for things, and, you know, that's what Derek's for. To give you ideas that you shut down quickly. Yeah, like I said, like I haven't seen it on Xbox, so I don't want to, like, you know, come up with any theories that it doesn't happen on Xbox, but like it may very well be the case that it doesn't happen on Xbox. But again, I can't confirm that. Or some people, they even on PC, like some people, they run games, they don't have the issue. It's very inconsistent. I don't want to say it's uncommon. I think it is common if you were to play a high round game. for example, if I played a game, let's say with Rios, Fatal, if we did a 3-player game, they're both PC guys, I would be willing to wager money that we encountered a gun bug at some point throughout the entire duration of the match. Especially them on PC. Maybe not me, I don't know, but... So, it's a weird situation. Or no one knows what causes it exactly. Chicken laid an egg? Yeah, your fate will sometimes do that. So for this arena, you kind of want to chill on the top. Oh, Chungus is doing like a lobby number 2 strat. You guys are camping there. I mean, you can stay there if you want. It's not the best spot. They ended up adding fireballs like a few months ago to the spot. What happened to your armory, Red? Did you use a boost at some point? An accidental boost was expended? At the end of the round, remind me, we gotta do a channel prediction. I know someone mentioned a prediction. I didn't read what they said. It shall lay multiple eggs like the DOA2 version. Maybe. I think it's okay the way it is now. You don't wanna make the, because sometimes the issue with DOA2, I feel like, with the chicken was there's sort of that fate that you just had in the game, and they wouldn't necessarily be like the best player, but they would just be they would be pooping eggs, and it's like, I don't know if you want that, where you want to make like boosting even easier, because that's really like, you know, what it would boil down to then, where you have chicken players just like hatching a bunch of golden eggs for like, you know, for the people staying alive and stuff. Ow. The potion is gone. Alright, pausing. Fusion, thanks for the follow. Alright, we're gonna do a channel prediction. Will Skeleton King hatch spiders? You guys have 10 minutes to answer this. Alright, I think we're ready. Ready or not, here we go. No, don't vote in the chat, vote in the poll. So this is the Skeleton King in the 60 Wild. You'll most likely drop a present box. Will that present box have spiders? That is the crux of the question. Always be aware of what people in the chat tell you. They're trying to manipulate the stocks here. They should change the way to get the third fate. Imagine you do an Easter egg for it. Nightmare. You gotta be careful with Nasty's advice, you know. Nasty's trying to give financial advice which swings the prediction in his favor. You gotta be careful. He's looking out for himself with the VIP. You know, you can't blame the guy, but you gotta be a savvy investor with these predictions. I mean, you can still be right, you know. There's not a wrong answer. Alright, let's try to get to the end to collect this XP, you know. Ouch. Oof. A shite-mare indeed. Gotta do what you gotta do. Right, we're gonna be going into 10 p.m. by the time we finish my speech about tips for the boss. It's a late one, fellas. I do shadow. Almost died reading the waterbed comment. You know, I was about to just hop in the waterbed right now if I died. Profane Panda, how you doing? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. How the recent open lobbies been? I haven't really done too many of them recently. Back in the day when you would show up for the streams, and for the lobbies and whatnot, like I was doing them a lot more often back then. They've been pretty tame of late. I usually only do them now, like maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks type thing. Just because, I mean, there's a few reasons. Mostly it's just like lesser interest in it. Not too many people show up to try to get in them. Just because a lot of people have the trophy at this point. It's a lot easier to get. Yeah, I was playing Blackout a couple days ago. I'll load it up every so often. Game that I might load up at some point in the next few days is BF1, Battlefield 1. I might play some of that in the near future. I mean, I don't know if anyone would even care to watch it. What's going on with Red? He's pressing his speed boost by accident twice now? Gotta be careful, Red. We can't be wasting too much late in the game. Yo, Greg, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by again. The stream that wouldn't end we got over here. Holy moly. I was like trying to read the chat while also like keeping an eye on that meatball that was like somehow curving towards me. I'll catch up with the chat here in a moment. Just, you know, I need to recollect my marbles here. We can't be dropping too low in the armory. Armory is magically disappearing. People are pressing buttons without even knowing. So we gotta be careful here. Alright, Mega, how you doing? What's poppin'? I found the streamer that collabs with other streamers for high rounds on DOA. Were you trying to make like a joke or something where I say a name and then you make like a meme out of it or something? Okay. You know, you weren't gonna get me. Like there's no DOA streamer worth collabing with. They all have shite viewers. You guys are trolls, dude. I effed up my hand at softball. You can't make a fist, but still use my thumb and pointer for DOA3. Sorry that happened, Greg. Unfortunate. Not what you want to see. Not what you want to see. So make sure in the wild here you guys follow me, because there's going to be a secret area with 2 nukes and 2 speed boosts. We got to make sure that you guys pick up that armory. Again, try not to use it. I noticed, Red, that you popped a couple boosts by accident. No, that's fine. We'll forgive it. Just make sure it doesn't happen again. We can't afford to waste too much armory at this point. So you guys are in first person. You can see where the meeple is. Yeah, there you go. He was hiding there. Gee, I wonder what that name could be. There's a fast maniac. Holy shite. Using too much armor here. Alright, make sure you guys try to follow me as best as you can. Alright, follow me. In this room over here. Uh-oh, someone lagged out. Did they? Listen, you guys can't keep going. We gotta wait. I invited you, Chungus. Make sure whatever you guys do, don't step on the teleporter once we beat the skeleton. We cannot let that happen. In fact, we may already be kind of screwed here. Alright, there's Chungus. You joined? I don't see you. Are you sure you joined? Your heart almost stopped. You're not even in the game, Chungus. It disconnected you again? You might be screwed, Chungus. It might be too late. There might be a bit of a should have donated. Alright, no spiders. There's not even a present box. That's a possibility. Don't go through, guys. Just wait here. We gotta be patient. Unfortunately, I think Chungus might be screwed here. TBH. You lagged out at possibly the worst time. This might be like a cutoff of like not joining back. But we'll try to get you in here. Try restarting the game if you want. Or, yeah, I don't know. Try joining one more time, I would say. It's saying you're joining the party, but you're not showing up here in the scoreboard, so I don't think you're actually joining. We'll be patient though. Give me a few minutes. I need to look up something. Well, let's do this channel prediction. Will Skeleton King hatch spiders from box? There was no box, so the answer was no. There was no spiders to be had. Chungus, here's the deal. I want you to check your whispers, alright? Where are you, Chungus? Can you check your whispers? Alright, we don't want to waste too much time with the guys here. Hopefully we can get Chungus back next round. If not, you know, not much we can do about it. Alright, there he is. There's the big man. The thing is, just because you're in Chungus doesn't mean you necessarily have the, you're gonna get the trophy. Alright? I would give you probably a 25% chance of getting the trophy here. But it's worth staying around. Also very interesting, you joined in with 3... Okay, it's back to 0. Okay. The thing is, make sure you don't disconnect here again, alright? If you want your best shot again the trophy, make sure you don't leave or disconnect here. Hopefully it works out well, but... Alright, saying you left the party. Surely that's not promising. Alright. Yeah, you're kind of screwed here, Chungus, TBH. We'll try to get you in again. Just keep joining, but you know, I don't think you're in good shape here. I don't know what the issue is, but Day's Time with a sub for 6 months. Thank you very much. I haven't. Speaking of people I haven't seen in a while. Arlen with the resub. Thank you. I hope you've been doing well. A man has a flashlight. Let's wait for him to load in. Although, like, I'm almost certain at this point he has like a 1% chance of the trophy. It might be a lost cause for him, but you know we gotta be patient with Chungus. A VIP badge is permanent. Unless I decide to revoke it for some reason. Sound alerts as a channel point option? Is that a thing? I mean, I'm streaming from the Xbox, so I don't know. Like, I guess I might need some extensions installed for it to work with consoles. Yeah, understandable. People are busy. It do be like that. Alright, Chungus is moving. We'll keep playing, but I'm almost guaranteed, I'm almost positive you're not going to get the trophy here, Chungus. Just keep that in mind. But you know, at this point, you might as well play.
Smack 'em up.
You could be you're not gonna get Dark Ops. You could be the sacrificial lamb for the Dark Ops. Also, you're lagging all over the place, so it was. You seem to be having some connection issues. Is this man lagging out again? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say, Chungus. It's unfortunate. You know, lobby number 2, this guy's lagging all over the place. Lobby number 76, he's lagging all over the place. The first time it wasn't his fault, to be fair. This time, you know, it might have been his fault. Chungus, you know, he shall return in open lobby number 116 to get his revenge. Well, 5 months, he was here in open lobby number 2, which was hypothetically 5 months ago, but he hasn't been trying to get in a lobby for 5 months. That's an exaggeration. He disappeared for a long time. But you know, we gotta change the narrative. You know, it needs to be a Hollywood story. So yeah, I could go along with the idea that he's been trying for 5 months, and you know, here he is with another heartbreak. Yeah, it's looking like an L for old Chungus. Even if you manage to stay connected, I think you're deemed ineligible. There were certain actions performed which mark you ineligible. I regret to inform you, Chungus. Oh, the flow is lost. Sick and tired of going down. Chungus has as many deaths as me now. Well, it probably is his internet, but you never know. Like, the game just might be sort of bugging out a bit and just like kicking him out. Like, regardless, him laying out the first time was definitely his fault. But you never know. It might be like some sort of baloney where it just won't let him rejoin in peace or something. Damn, I had a shotgun here. I could have carried that. Never mind. So we're gonna pause here. Is everyone here listening who's in the stream? It's time for tips, Dark Ops tips, boss round tips. So, the two people in my game, take a few minutes to read through the thing that I just linked. After you finish reading, let me know and I'll go over additional stuff. While the game is paused, it's probably going to give you a different error message, Chungus. So take a few minutes to read through the thing that I just linked. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll go over additional stuff once you finish. We've come this far, we might as well try to get the Dark Ops, so just take a few minutes to read it. I don't like to tie player performance to predictions. Apart from them, like, they could throw it and rig the outcome. Apart from that, then also I don't want to put too much pressure on them. Oh, my bad. Yeah, there you go, Lang. Just click that link, zoom in a bit on the picture, and take a few minutes to read it. How you doing, Jaws? Thanks for stopping by. Haven't played DOA in a long time, but it's always cool seeing you play. Yeah, we did a trilogy stream, so we've been playing the boss on each game. It's been a bit of a long stream, but here we are, about to enter the boss on the final game here. Understandable, Jaws. Every time someone nukes, the monkey will sometimes jetpack, but not always. That was changed to where now it's only sometimes. You can't damage the monkey with your shield, so I wouldn't do that, Lang. Just the goal is stay away from it as much as possible. If for some reason you guys die, one of you die, you could then keep dying to help out the other guy who's trying to go for the Dark Ops. But like I said, you guys have a lot of armory. Make sure you use it on the boss fight, not the regular round. Do not play during the normal round. Find a corner on the map to go to. Just sit there idly until the boss fight begins. When the boss fight begins, stay away from the monkey. I would recommend the top part of the map, although if the monkey's in the top, obviously go opposite of it. If the monkey's anywhere close to you, that's the time to use armory. You'll be invincible for about 3 seconds. If there's zombies next to you, that's the time to use armory. If she's jetpacking, be conscious that she could land on your head. Now's the time to use armor. You guys got a lot of pieces, all right? 18 pieces minimum. All right. The 3 badges, he's been subbed for 3 months, and the other badge is a good luck, have fun pledge, which is something to do with Twitch. I don't know, like he gave money to something on Twitch, some sort of maybe some sort of charity stream. I don't know. Thank you, Freedom. Silver badge. There's no silver badge. No silver badge here. If you're on your computer or laptop or whatever, I don't know if you're on your phone, but on my laptop right now, you could hover over the You could hover over the badge, and it lets you know what it is. There's a name for it. All right. Well, we're not good to go yet. We still have some tips to go over. I'm not done. While we're here, we might as well take our time. Chungus, very unfortunate. I don't know what to do with you. Where you could keep trying to join, but I don't think it's gonna work. Oh, ASMR stream meme in the rewards. Yeah, you just got to get 1 billion points real quick. Exactly, Muda. Only play when the boss appears, and make sure you use your armory during the boss fight to stay alive. Stay away from the monkey. I'll do the damage to the monkey. Again, if Dark Ops fails, it's not the biggest deal. You guys will still get the trophy, but we'd like to see someone get Dark Ops here, I think. That would be nice. So again, don't play until the boss fight. And, you know, then try your best to play once it starts. And remember, you guys have a lot of armory. I don't want to see you guys dying with 9 nukes and 9 boosts during the boss fight. Put up a competitive effort, use some pieces. Don't go too crazy where you're spamming 5 nukes in 1 second. That's a waste. You have a 3-second shield after using any piece of armory. Whether it's a boost or a nuke. So, you know, use that to your advantage. Don't, you know, space out the armory usage, but don't be cheap with it either. Thanks, Callus. So, Chungus, just find a corner. Don't play this round until the boss appears. Chungus missed out on the memo. Chungus has to unlock a new tier play if he's gonna get credit for this trophy. Poor Chungus. Also, be careful of the electric poles on the boss fight. There's one pole all the way on the left, guys. Keep this in mind. And you cannot pass by it against the wall, so try not to go next to it. It will kill you if you try squeezing by the left side of it. Alright? I don't know if you guys could hear me in game chat, but I'll unmute my game chat. Maybe there's a small chance you guys could hear me. Usually it doesn't work though since crossplay and stuff, but I'll unmute the game chat in a bit when I have the chance. Yeah, you might not be able to join on 64. Alright, there you are. He's pretty much not going to join at this point. It keeps lagging him out. I mean, you might as well try. I'm not going to say don't try, but don't have your hopes high. It's not going to work. Chungus, go take a death for us. Chungus, if you can. You guys also could grab items to protect yourself, by the way. Grab any items you can. You guys are doing good. You guys are spacing out your armory very good. Red, you have a lot of armory. Yellow, you too. Don't be too cheap with it. You guys are pacing it well. Alright, Chungus, I'm sorry. You were very helpful. Even if you stayed connected, I don't think you were getting a Chungus, to be honest with you, if that makes you feel any better. Once you lagged out, you kinda... it was bad timing. You got the pelt thingy, yeah. I think both of you got it, right? How about you, Buddha? Do we have confirmation on the pelt? Yeah, very unfortunate for Chungus, but you know, not much we could do about it. So tired of this trophy. Yeah, surely we got some humanitarians in the chat who could help out Chungus, a man down on his luck. GG Muda. You guys played that very well. I mean, it was kind of an easy fight, to be honest with you guys, because we had Chungus there constantly dying, providing donations for me. But you guys did play well. You guys weren't playing very scared. You guys were playing smart. It was good play out of you guys. I liked it. That was good. Well, be careful with Chungus. You know, he might lag out on you guys, but you know, I feel bad for him because he's been here since Open Lobby number 2. He was in that game and he lagged out due to a bug with the game at the time. And here he is, you know, 74 lobbies later. So, you know, I might be doing more lobbies in the future. You know, I'm sure he can maybe get into one of those. But he's been here for so long that if anyone in the chat, you know, wanted to try helping him out, you know, Chungus, I would say try, you know, seeing if any of them hit you up. So we might have some humanitarians in the chat willing to help you out in the future. Alright, we could end the game here, sorry. Why am I getting advertised an anime bundle as soon as I finish the game? Like, can I breathe for a moment?